and again, the book is DIPG, Eternal Hope versus Terminal Corruption.
Yeah.
We're speaking with Dean Fachon. You can get it on Amazon or Barnes & Noble, wherever great books are sold. And you definitely have a message. You illustrate it so well, like I said, and like you just described. What do you hope to accomplish with the book ultimately? And you're saying it in our conversation.
Well, it's more than anything else is to try to honor Neil. We miss him every day tremendously, and he was someone that the world is missing too, although the world doesn't know it. But he would have been a real contributor. We hope that it will help readers to take a critical look at what's going on in our medical system. And you'll note the FDA just did a major reversal on COVID vaccines just in the last 24 hours. And that's a very intriguing thing to look at and wonder how that happened, and look at that in the context of how it was even thrust down our throats in the first place. The mainstream medical system is something that we've been trained to trust, but that trust has been abused. And unfortunately, that's something that people need to be able to step up to and face. It's kind of a psychotic break, but it's a difficult thing. But I'm hopeful that the book will help to do that a little bit, and that the readers become, more attuned to why the medical system pushes in the directions it does in terms of the treatments that it offers. There's a lot of money involved. Sadly, follow the money is oftentimes true. With the anti-neoplastons, there was no money in that for big pharma. With ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine, when COVID was around, I mean, that was proven, it historically and retrospectively was very effective, and yet they practically made it impossible to get. It was practically banned for a couple of years. Why did that happen? Got to look at things like that very carefully and come up to some conclusions that aren't comfortable but still need to be faced. So we, really hope that readers will end up demanding more open-mindedness from their doctors and from the medical system at large, and demand more transparency.
Yeah, boy. And again, I think what this does is opens people's eyes to what could be happening to their loved one, to themselves, etc. When, just like you and your wife, you're thrust into this situation with, your beloved son, Neil, a situation you didn't think you were going to be in, right?
This is the last thing on our minds.
Yeah, at 19 with, as you said, the world doesn't know what it's missing, and with so much life left in him, for sure. I imagine, too, in doing this, you were thinking of him all the way through.
There's not a day for sure, and probably not an hour and maybe even a minute that don't go by that I'm not thinking of him and missing him.
Wow. Well, I think that to really feel the weight of this, so important to pick up this book. I've said it a couple of times now. I'm going to say it again. It's DIPG, Eternal Hope versus Terminal Corruption. Dean, thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you very much, Kate. I appreciate it tremendously.
What a powerful conversation with Dean. Here's a place where you can find out more. You can go to the book's website, DIPGbook.com, DIPGbook.com. So if you want to learn more, you'll actually see some great pictures. Here's some interviews, some other interviews, and it's really a great resource. So check that out there. And once again, thanks to Dean for coming on and sharing that story, a terrible story that all of us can only imagine being in that situation.